Dice Age is made possible thanks to the support of our patrons. We'd especially like to thank our living legend, Silgwyn. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
The Empire of
Hello and welcome to Dice Age, a real play D&D podcast. I am your DM and host for tonight and tonight only, Alice Rose. Here with me are my lovely players. Would you please introduce yourselves?
Hey, it's AJ, playing something.
Why am I here?
At least say your name.
I'm Dakota.
Hey, I'm Trey, and I'm playing something.
Guys, I'm Zach. You're not gonna believe it. I'm also playing something.
This is a very special episode of Dice Age. Our dearest DM, Jack, is off gallivanting in Europe. So we have decided...
R.I.P.
RIP. We have decided to play a one-shot in its place this week. I hope you guys are okay with that. This is in a world that we have created called Deep Light, and we hope you enjoy. Does everyone want to say their characters' names, or do we want to wait until we get started?
Let's wait.
Let's wait and
Okay.
let the magic happen. Quick disclaimer though: the world of Deep Light is made and ran by Alice Rose herself, so everybody, all credits go to her.
Feck off.
Oh, fine.
Oh,
we'll
she's
just fucking-
blushing.
We'll leave then.
Deep
We'll
Light.
leave.
Okay. Let's get into it. Deep Light is in the world of Deltaria, created by Jack. But really, it starts below Deltaria, below sea level. Deep Light is a place that is so far below the waves of the shores of Deltaria that it does not know that there is a shore or a Deltaria. We are so far below the ocean that there is no air, no boats, no fishermen, only the fish that call it home. And in this world are a couple of pretty unique characters. Quite the characters. Would you care to introduce yourselves? We'll do in the order that we introed.
Razzmatazz Decapod. Not one to be fucked with. Not one to deal with any kind of bullshit. Comes from a family very well known in the capital city. Razzmatazz was one of the best. Growing up in a mob family, you do what you have to do to survive. But while he may have learned how to do combat, how to kill, how to master the arcane, they never taught him how to love. Razzmatazz had to learn that himself. And when he fell in love with the goldfish named Dolores, a rival mob family, Razzmatazz had no choice but to leave. Taking the skills that he had to survive, he's ventured to whatever little town we're in now. This massive squid-like creature, just pulsating arcane energy through its almost translucent skin. It's a great combatant, but it looks like the brooding, roguish figure that you see in all like the film noir kind of movies. So just this goofy little guy acting as serious as possible is Razzmatazz Decapod.
Thank you so much, Razzmatazz. Our next player, please.
What a goldfish
Uh,
hater.
Tay is a stingray creature who not the biggest fan of cities, but has grown accustomed to them while living in one while training under his druidic circle. His druidic circle is one that believes in a great cataclysm that will arrive one day, a splitting of the sea that will leave all the beings here dead and destroyed and will wipe their entire livelihoods off the face of the world. Basically, the end of the world, as they believe. And Tay grew up in this circle, training under their elders, learning how to use the ocean to his advantage, how to control the plant life within the ocean, how to freeze it, how to boil it, how to essentially destroy and create the ocean around him for his own benefits. They wear this kind of small cloak around them and have a medallion. The only little bits of clothes or what we know as clothes that they wear, magical gifts presented to them by their circle as they take on this mission.
All right. Thank you very much, Tay. Our next player, please.
So we have a young koi fish dressed in very like serious looking, like almost ceremonial type robes that look well made but very poorly designed. Like using like $100 material. Like imagine you buy like an art set that costs like a few $100 and you let a 5-year-old paint with it. That's what his robe designs look like. They depict what you think looks like lightning bolts on the sleeves, but it kind of almost just looks like really like somebody tried to draw a straight line but had a very like shaky hand, so it kind of just like um here you see Barnabas Tinselton, but everybody just calls him Barney. And he grew up in a very wealthy household. His family, a very big architecture design, helping design many of like the reefs for housing for many of the people. But Barnabas felt like there was just something more for him, and in order to kind of make his mark on the world, he, let's just say, he's come and made some deals with some very ancient and very powerful individuals.
Fascinating. Thank you, Barney. And our final player?
Let me introduce you all to my friend, a real tattered individual. He spent most of his life as a soldier, as a guardian for his home. He defended with alongside his sister, and for many years he trained to be a defender of the people, devoting his life, taking an oath as a paladin. Um, Many looked up to him as they shouted his name, Woby, through the streets. Woby Gong, if you will. A powerful name amongst shark kind. But it was woe be upon him when his his town was attacked. His town was attacked, and woe be upon his sister who went missing. Gong with the wind, if you will. So now Woby travels, searching for a cause, searching for his sister, searching for something that might just be Gong.
Truly breaks
Oh yeah,
my
he's a
heart.
shark. He's a shark, by the way. He's a shark.
Thank you so much. All right. Now that we have our wonderful, colorful cast of characters,
Mine's very
let's jump
serious.
into
I don't know
the
what
game.
you're talking about.
Same.
Colorful nonetheless.
No,
You all know each other. You all have hung out on occasion. You're not necessarily besties, but today in particular, you're winding down from from your daily activities at the local bar here in town, the town of Tidesboro. It's a small little town that's about 2 days' journey from the big city. A lot of you running away from the big city. This is the haven that you've made for yourselves. Um, and you're sitting here, you're drinking, you're having fun, hanging out, all at one table, when a figure from behind the bar comes over and approaches. This is
I
a
hide. Just real quick, I hide.
roll for it.
and look for him.
It's a
as he
17.
hides.
Rolled
Sorry.
a 5.
Sorry. The angler waiter still sees you.
Damn.
He comes over and he looks a little uncomfortable. You see someone rushing away from the bar where he came from, and He says, Razz, I just got this for you. And hands you a letter.
Is there any kind of insignia that I might know?
Nothing.
Or is it... Okay. I take it into my dark corner because I demanded that we go sit in the booth with the dark corner.
Of
If it
course.
wasn't one that was, if it was all well lit, I got rid of the lights to make sure as
As
I
you do.
opened the letter.
It is a letter from your mother, which is disconcerting because your family
She
has been
can't
hunting
read.
you. And if anyone was going to reach out, it would be Mima Decapod, because she is the one who rules the family with an iron tentacle. So it is very odd that they found you, first of all, and that you're getting a letter from your mom. The letter describes a call for help. There's no malice, there's no contempt. Your sordid love affair seems forgotten in it. And she's begging you for help. Your mom says that Mima Decapod has been found dead.
Holy shit.
She's dead a pod.
She's been found dead miles from where she was last seen. She had been going to hunt you down, and she never reported back. So the family has been so busy trying to run the business in her absence that they can't spare one of their highly skilled members, even for a day, to try to find this and do justice for her life. So they're begging you for help. They're begging you to come to their aid and find out what happened to Mima Decapod.
I stow the letter in one of my many pockets because I'm wearing as many different things on each tentacle to store. So it's just going into one of those many. It's like cargo shorts for a squid. Into one of those as I look to my acquaintances, work comrades, whatever we call, and I say, I've told you many times about my family. Oh, sometimes too often. I know. But Mima's sleeping with the fishes. We
Don't
gotta
we
do
all?
something.
So is she taking a nap?
Like a
No, a
As a-
long nap. A very long nap.
like in a
She's
like,
asleep.
she,
Oh,
she like sleeping with the like sleeping with them, or like she like sleeping with them.
Bingo. Bingo. And this might be my way back to my family. And it's always a bit about family. Would you all help me with this mission?
I don't see why not.
Sure.
This also does mean I could probably go back to my incredibly rich mob family and get you all paid for
I'm
this
down.
job.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Great. About 2 minutes later, Razz, you get a sending from the family guard, one of the family guards. And it literally just says, "Do you accept the mission?"
I, in a sending way, nod. Like, I don't say anything, but I send back a nod. Like, maybe it's an asterisk. I just send back a nod.
Mhm.
I was just thinking like it's just you vocally go up down.
And then they're like,
The
what?
family gets it.
Can you respond?
Bitch, I need words. No. So the message has been received, and you know it's been received because suddenly a large envelope pops into existence on the table in front of you. And this has all of the materials that they have. It has the plan of her route that she was going to take. It has images of how she was found. It gives all these different details about the case and what they have so far that they could scrounge. Obviously, they're not letting the fucking cops deal with this. Absolutely not for a mob family. So they're relying on you, and now you have all of the information right there in front of you. What would you like to do first?
I will, as an illusion wizard, I have an improved version of minor illusion so it can last longer as I need it to. But I'm going to minor illusion a like cork board, like the one that they use for investigations and whatnot, fully out of ink. It's just all ink that like spews out of Razz and just forms into this board as I'm gonna start putting things up and put right in smack dab middle the route that Mima was gonna take so we can figure out where we gotta go.
As you're pulling things out of this envelope, one of the things you pull out is Mima's purse.
Holy shit.
Don't go in there. You're not allowed.
I know I'm not. Let someone else do it.
And you see that there's a tag on the purse that says, found on the route 6 miles from body.
Interesting.
Or they're trying to steal it, and then can we open it to see like if there's anything in it still?
Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Hold up. Before you do that, we need the proper like atmosphere for this.
What are you doing?
This motherfucker.
It's just noir music.
He put the second. He
Cut
put
off
noir
before
music.
the sax.
He put noir music on the soundboard.
Wow.
That's great.
Awesome. That's great.
All right.
I'm
so
picturing this just goes
investigation
with
check from
Well,
anyone who
AJ.
wants to. Doesn't have to be
I
just
will
Tay.
also.
I will
for
do
anyone
the
else,
same.
for anyone else who's making one, I'll give guidance.
Woo!
That's a natural 20 for a
I'll give
29.
I'll give myself guidance.
Hell yeah.
I'll take the guidance.
I'll give Zach's character guidance if he's gonna make a roll.
I'll do it, yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right.
That's a 26.
Awesome.
Hold on.
That is. Oh,
Hold
we'll
on.
wait for the D4 here.
Yeah.
Hold for D4.
For 21.
Wow.
21.
Oh, yeah.
High rolls, folks. All right. So, Razz, you know Mima's purse. Mima's purse is perfectly packed the exact same way every day. You know she keeps the same shit on her because it's a cover. It's a really good cover, but also it's a good place to stash shit because no one expects an old lady's purse. You open it up expecting to find things broken or missing. Everything's there. Her medicines that she has to take, her cosmetics, certain tools of the trade, everything is there. And the map that she was using is there. And it looks just like the route plan that you have up on your corkboard.
Looking at the pictures that we were given of the body,
Mhm.
are there any pictures of like wounds, like this? Are there any pictures like clear, visible wounds or like markings on her body that they found on her body, or is it just she
Give
was?
me a perception check. I'm gonna see how detailed I go with this description.
Can I guide? I'll say, can I
Yeah.
guidance myself?
Yeah.
So help
Take
guidance.
the
That's
advantage and guidance, yeah.
an 18
Okay,
plus.
get that guidance in there.
Modify 20.
Dirty 20. We love a dirty 20. So, looking at these pictures of Mima, you do not know the legend. However, you can still see that it's wrong. I mean, you have seen injured people before. You've seen hurt people. You've seen fucked up people. You kind of know what the awful inside parts of a person look like. And it looks wrong. Everything's the wrong color. You can see that things are flaking. It doesn't look like any kind of body that you've seen before. You cannot determine a cause of death from this.
So I'm sorry, Alice.
Go
Just
for
a quick question: are these? Is the body like? I zoned out, figuring something out. Is the body there or?
I was looking at pictures.
You don't
We
have
have
the body.
pictures of
You have
it. Yeah,
pictures of the body. But
If
in the instructions, it does say that if you want it or if you need it, you can be given access to the body.
I would like if we could get access to the corpse.
Let's do that, not in this tavern. To the Squid Cave. It's just a shed. Just a shed not too far from
If
here.
I had the Batman like on the fucking soundboard, I'd play it right there. You say to the Squid Cave, and we all just sit there and nobody moves.
Guys, come on. Guys.
Like 20
guys.
minutes.
We don't know where.
For once.
Where's the Squid Cave?
It's literally right next door.
What?
The shed.
Are the dry cleaners?
Yeah. I don't know what a dry cleaners looks like underwater.
They clean hermit crab shells.
So
The wet
as
cleaners.
you leave the bar, you are stopped by a kid. Like a kid. It's an eel kid. Looks like maybe in his teens. He says, "Hey, you're the guy with the grandma, right?"
What do you want, kid?
I was told that I could show you where it happened.
By who?
Insight check.
I don't know.
I
Was
want-
some guy. He was scary.
Was it a goldfish? I grabbed the child. Was it a goldfish?
It wasn't a goldfish.
Something I want to do is I want to use my medallion of thoughts to cast detect thoughts on him, and I want to dive deeper to see if I can.
Counterspell.
Fuck you. I want to see if I can dive deeper to see if I can find out who he was talking to.
Let me see.
That's a wisdom
So
save.
he needs to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save of should be 18.
Alright, let me just take a peek, see what that's gonna give you. He's gonna fail it. Like, I mean, I'll roll, but it's a
You
formality.
could roll really well.
Roll this nat 20.
Alright, I'll crit.
You good?
No, he fails. He
Has
absolutely
a plus
fails.
11.
No, he does not. You can
And I'm
go
going. So he will know if something's fucking with his mind because that's what detect thoughts does. When you go deeper, he knows something's there.
I've already antagonized the child,
Yeah.
so I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, or such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
Okay. This kid
So
is
basically-
terrified.
Yeah, I want to see can I going into his mind like that
Mhm.
with the thought of he was told by someone. Is it still fresh enough in his mind that I can get some kind of silhouette or maybe visual image of who told him this?
This is the modern day equivalent of a shady guy showed up at a middle school and pulled a gun on a teenager and was like, "Hey, go." You know?
Yeah.
This kid is scared shitless, doesn't really remember what the person looked like, but
Very
just
fair.
knows this is the information I have to convey.
Yeah. So I'll drop the spell once I realize that and go. I even just not even paying attention to the kid's reaction to his mind being invaded like that. Which I'm just gonna turn back to the group and just go. He doesn't really know anything. Some guy just walked up, threatened him, told him to do this, so it's probably a trap. Could be a good way to capture one of them to get more information if this is part of the group who killed her.
So
They said Mima's regards. I don't know what that means.
Ooh.
Them's fighting words.
I ink a little bit. And I hope no one notices.
Oh my God, I'm gonna
I
make it.
perception.
You
check.
made me ink.
Can I stealth?
you-
What would this check be, Alice?
Are you-
Should it be too
Sleight of hand, Alice? Would this be sleight of hand? Like,
Sleight
can
of
I waft it
hand.
away with a sleight of tent? Sleight of
Yeah,
tent?
sleight of 10. Give
Okay.
me a sleight of 10.
God damn it.
AJ, is your character just a
15.
grown up version of that character from Finding Nemo?
Let's go. You
The
made-
only one
God
that
damn it.
sees you ink is Barney.
Just side eyes and just cast just mage hands and just has it essentially wafted away.
Good. Yeah.
But
So do you go with the kid?
This
Think
may
we-
be our best lead.
I think we have to.
Yeah.
We can always come. The corpse isn't going anywhere.
Woby, I put 3 tentacles on you. On your guard.
It's like the shield comes up and he pats each and one of the tentacles. Goes, I've got.
It takes a
back."
while.
It takes like an awkward amount of time. He's, I've got your back.
I was so worried this one shot was going to be too short. Okay. So the kid takes you to a place like it's like a 30-minute walk outside of town.
Damn.
And he points to a flag. He says, "That's where the bag was." And then he drags you somewhere else because he's not going to let you fucking be. And it is a long fucking way away. And he says, "This is where she was." And there's an outline of stones, which would be the equivalent of a chalk outline for a body. And now you have both of those locations unlocked video game style that you can investigate.
Can we fast travel? Are we
Sure.
not able to fast travel? Sweet.
And then he runs off screaming.
There.
I think we scared him.
Good. I think we should
Yeah.
start at the crime scene, the murder scene.
Yeah.
The
think-
body or the bag?
Body.
Okay. Investigation checks, please.
Can I do a sniff
I'll
in the
give-
air? to see
I'll
if
give
there's
guidance to
I'll do-
Razz.
Give myself guidance and do a
I don't think it's gonna help,
wow.
Raz.
I have a nat 1. Doesn't matter.
blood?
Yes, Woby, you can sniff.
10.
God damn.
I'm actually
15.
very glad you decided
I'll
to do that.
I'll roll the D4. There, mine's a 14 after
do I
a nat
get-
1.
I can't.
I have a 15 after my
Okay.
Okay.
So you have a
yeah.
15, a critical failure 14, and
10.
Do I get advantage from smelling blood, or is it just would it just be a perception from you?
we'll give you advantage. Why not? You're a shark. And I want someone to roll well. 16. Okay, 16 is our highest. And it's the one that I wanted to be the highest. Yay. DM win. Okay. So, looking around, Razz, you're a little fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. You're like, it's kind of starting to hit that Mima's gone. You know? You're going through it a little. So, even though you're like going through it the way that Mima taught you to investigate a crime scene, and you're like, Mima taught me this, and you get so distracted that you don't really see shit.
I
Even
just
though
keep
you look
thinking
like
of-
you did a great job.
I just keep thinking about her beating the shit out of us and then giving us a hard candy after we did something slightly well.
Oh, Mima.
and not even a
Oh,
good
Mima.
hard
No.
candy.
The really shitty ones.
Yes.
Oh, other stuff.
I dreamed of a Werther's original, but never came.
Never. Tay and Barney, you find these like flakes in the sand. You see that the shape was not like, someone laying there. It wasn't what you'd think of if somebody was like stabbed or something. It was much more random than that. You can, in many crime scenes, you can like do the analysis and see like, well, they must have been standing here like this, and then this came at them this way, or they fell and they did this. You can kind of deconstruct based on the position what happened, but you can't really gather anything like that. It doesn't look like she fell over from there. It's odd. It's hard to ascertain. And then the flakes. You see flakes and scales and like pieces and bits. that are not the right consistency. Like, you can tell they were part of Mima, but they're not the consistency they should be. They're like oddly rubbery and brittle. It's very weird. And then Woby, with your smell, you smell rot, but not the normal death kind of smell that you would normally expect. You know, you were a guard. You have smelled death before. This is not the kind of death that you're used to. This is a completely foreign scent to you, but you know that it is a scent of death and rot.
Do I get a direction?
Um, let me roll a d20 to see if you do.
Because if it wasn't a higher enough perception, I
You
get
do
that I wouldn't.
not.
No.
You do not get a direction. It's been too long since she died, so any directionality isn't there anymore.
Something weird happened here. There's no blood, and there's the scent of death, but it's not decay. It's not a normal rot. It's something else. I've never smelled something like this before. It's sickening.
And from the letters, she was only gone for a day and a half. Rot doesn't normally set in that fast. It would be a little bit of musk on the death scent, but not rot.
Do we want the body?
Yes.
All right. Razz,
I nod again.
you take out for the first time since you ran from your family a medallion. And this medallion, communicates with your family twice a day.
No one else sees this as Razz goes through like a montage of memories of the family and having to run away as he's just frozen for a good
We
minute.
just in real time see him pull this out and stare at it for 5 minutes.
As I put it on and I say to the guard, I'm going to reach out to the guard, who I'm imagining is my uncle named Dazzle Razzle, as I just say, we need the body. We're at the murder scene.
Pops into existence right where she was. The body of Mima.
How did they get that lined up so perfectly?
Ecopats are good at what they do. Say.
They are.
All right. And you see Barney kind of like just stand up, like roll his shoulders. Give me a little space. What I am about to do is terribly powerful magic. And he like goes up, like
Cast legend
does
lore on the body.
no, that's too much legend. Mima has too much legend. It just overloads his brain. Just no, he like does like several like stretches, like he's getting ready, and then just I call for this dark power that will let me find out and speak beyond this mortal coil. Speak beyond this mortal coil.
Oh shit, got you, bro. And all of a sudden, Mima
As I
takes
cast
a
speak
breath.
with dead. As I cast speak with dead.
Yes. Mima takes a breath and sits up.
Whoa!
Completely blank face.
Fuck.
You did it.
Yeah.
I hide.
Do not worry. Do not worry.
I have a 23. You don't know where Razz is.
Do not where'd you go.
Do not worry.
Yeah, Mima does not know where you are.
Shit.
Wait, she's back to life. Mission
No,
12.
she's not. She is not. What I have done is, through the power of my magic, have animated her spirit, thus her body, to answer 5 questions. So, Razzle, if you're there, where are you?
I'm gonna
I'm
use
right
one of
here.
my.
Wait, no, shit. And he looks back. Shit. That's not what I meant.
Did that
Razzle.
count? Did that count? Yes.
I'm
So-
going to use a psionic die because I'm a psi knife to communicate telepathically from you, so I can stop. I don't have to hide. Just ask the last thing she saw.
Are you sure?
Do it. Don't say it out loud. Did he say that out loud, or was that
Yes.
telepathically?
Yes, I'm sure I'm right here.
Shut up and ask. Don't ask questions besides.
So
what
I'm
we-
sorry. I'm sorry. Are you the one casting magic? No.
That's
You answered it yourself, so I won't make that count.
It's a good thing you answered.
Just ask the last thing Mima saw alive.
Mima, what was the last thing you saw while you were alive?
It was so bright. Like fire, but everywhere. But it didn't hurt. But it was hot. So hot. And thin. Everything was too thin.
Can I make like maybe like a medicine check, or not medicine check? Sorry, Arcana. I don't know what's a medicine. Arcana check.
I don't wanna make an Arcana check.
Yeah,
Whatever
I'm gonna.
it is.
I want to try. I want to try to make an Arcana check to see
Fine.
if I've heard of that. I'm gonna guidance myself. So I am for the guidance.
Would
Uh-oh,
you
hey,
allow
gonna give me
a
shit.
religion check on this?
14.
You could try a religion check, yeah?
Would you allow a deception check?
No.
I should have done
A
nature.
23 without advantage.
Should have done
I'll give
nature.
you guidance. Sorry, I meant to say I'm not making sense. I'll give you guidance.
Give me.
26.
Alright, 26.
Nice. 26.
26. Okay. So it's thin and it's hot and it's bright and it's like fire, but it's not. That's a confusing description. It's not like almost anything you've heard of. It does speak to some religions' concept of an end, you know? Tay's religion has this cataclysm that they speak of, but that's more of like a splitting. It doesn't necessarily have to do with like a fiery end. So it's very confusing and not something that you yourself have any contact with.
So I want to ask. I want to send this to the DM before I make any decision on doing
Okay.
this. Detect odds does not say the creature needs to be alive.
But it's not actually thinking
It's
until
not-
I ask
and
the question.
It's not
You can't-
technically a
It's
creature.
kind
It's
of a
not
land
Once it's
god.
dead.
Okay, that's
It's a-
fair.
That's the thing.
Very
It's
good
not-
hack, but
It's like
That-
counting
I-
a corpse as an object. It's not technically a creature.
Yeah, I was okay. Good to know.
Good
just on
try.
this.
Good try.
Before I said anything, I was like, let's just send this to the people who know better than I do.
We have two
Very-
questions left.
I like this is me talking to them, to the party, not talking to Mama. Mima Decapod.
Mima.
Yeah, Tay just goes. Do we want to try and ask to see if she saw someone before the flash, or if she was with someone?
The photos.
In my head, the Razz, I'm like, "You're not religious."
I don't think so. I don't think the Decapods are a religious family. No. Speaking weirder than I've ever heard her speak with this.
Yeah, she doesn't normally speak in riddles. She's a very straightforward woman.
I've got this. Who was the last person you saw?
I wasn't gonna let him stop me. No one stops a decapod. I don't know what
Damn
that
right.
fucker was, but I wasn't gonna let him stop me.
You
And
know
you just
full well where Razzmatazz is because he says "damn right" out loud when he hears that.
he's literally just like 3 feet away behind
I'm
like a crate.
under sand. I just went under.
He's not.
Did the octopus thing of just throwing sand on himself?
Yeah.
Yep.
His
He's not
ability.
communicating. He's not communicating psionically. He's whispering into Barry's ear and pretending it's psionic.
Barney.
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 Sorry.
That's funny. Though.
Barry, it was me, Barry. I killed your grandma.
I go. Do we want to? Do you want to ask if she can describe this? But if she saw him,
Can you
Maybe give it-
describe who it was?
It wasn't like any other fish that I've ever seen. It was large and pale and long and blubbery. And a fucking idiot. I don't care how smart he thought he was. He's a fucking idiot. Because he tried me.
Damn right. Pale and blubbery.
could I make like a nature check to know of any fish that would fit that description?
Go for it.
Guidance. God, guidance is such a fun spell.
Yeah, and that's the 5th question. So
Yeah,
Yep, that's the 5th
that's
question.
a 20. That's a 22.
2.
We're not
As you're-
religious, but as a mob family, I do the
The cross.
still do the cross.
What
As you're
symbol?
thinking
I've
about
never
this,
seen-
Mima Decapod does release the last air in her chest and lay that
Cool. I
down.
cast Speak with Dead
Perfectly.
again.
It doesn't work like that perfectly in the space that she was in.
It's also
With a
your second spell
22
slot.
No, I can cast it at will.
Oh
God
damn!
it. With a 22, let me roll a dice about it. Okay. You've heard of a bunch of different things that are pale and blubbery. You know, as far as like long, that seems to kind of clash with a lot of the pale blubbery things that you know about. You have friends who are blobfish and they're pale and blubbery. You have friends of all shapes and sizes and shades, and they're, you wouldn't necessarily describe them as long. Maybe tall, but long is a weird descriptor.
Long, like in Tay's mind, like long presents some kind of. They're not this. It's this. Like they stretch
More
out. They don't go
horizontal than
up.
vertical.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be where she's going with it. And in thinking of that, there are a couple different kinds of beasts that you can think of. But she was talking about it being super intelligent. And that's also throwing, because if it was a beast, it wouldn't necessarily be intelligent or sentient. It would just be a beast. But that fucker was going to stop me. That kind of language. He thought he was so smart. That's kind of ruling out a lot of the things in your mind. So you're not coming into a conclusion with it, but
Yeah.
pale, blubbery, long.
Tay just
smart.
goes. I mean, there's a lot of fish that can fit the pale and blubbery descriptor, but long is. I haven't met many creatures that are long. Most that I've met like that are beasts, rabid beasts. They wouldn't be smart enough to pull off an ambush. She said he thought he was smart, so had to be someone of intelligence.
Popping right next to Barney, Razz pops up and is like, and most likely is the reason that odd light that she experienced came to.
If that's the case, we might be dealing with someone who can use magic.
But Mima's was a very capable mage in her own right. To not know what it was is quite disconcerting.
Could be a kind of magic that she had never spotted before. Differing source, similar to points to Barney. His more pact based and my nature
Or
based.
and will be as well.
Hmm.
Yes. Here's divine, so it could be from a different source than she was used to. This, but it could be a new spell. Something new that this person created, and if that's the case, then we're dealing with someone far more intelligent than we're even thinking of.
I want to start looking around for any kind of prints to see if there's anything that doesn't look like a creature, a fish that we've seen before.
Go for it. Give me an
I'm,
investigation
I'm
check.
gonna give
Uh,
him the help action.
I'm gonna give him guidance.
28,
Fuck yeah.
31.
Nice.
Oh my god.
And you found my last cookie for you here.
Found a
Is it
cookie?
chocolate chip?
There are no prints. But while you're
Nutter butter.
sifting through the sand, really trying to give it a really close look, you see shards of something. It would be glass, but it's not as stiff. It's flexible. And all of these little broken pieces. You don't see no large piece of it that could have broken off of, but it's this foreign substance. It's not like a it's almost like a thin kelp, like a clear kelp kind of a consistency, but it's shards of it all over.
Hmm. I'm gonna try to gather some up and bring it to the group. This is odd. I've never seen something like this before, and it's quite honestly everywhere.
Huh.
Anyone wants to do Arcana or Nature?
Can you describe them
To
again? What are they like?
they're they would look like shards of glass, except they're not stiff. They're very
Oh.
flexible, like a clear kelp.
Starting to
Okay.
get an idea of what bullshit Alice is pulling here. And I'm very
I.
Yeah.
excited.
Mhm.
Trey figured something out.
Hmm.
It
He
started
didn't figure
clicking.
it all out, but he
I
figured
didn't figure
part
it
of
all out.
Do
Um,
they have the same scent that I was picking up earlier? If I give them a sniff.
I'm gonna guide you.
It's not the source of the scent, but it has the scent on it.
Gotcha.
So 24 Arcana.
All right. You can tell that this is an organic substance. You can tell that it's old. It's kind of like evolution left it behind a little. You know? Um it's not a modern kind of structure to it in the little bits that you get to see and investigate. Um Fortunately, because you're doing more of a magic based search, that's kind of all you get. But that's a lot more than you had.
Could I make like a nature check against these things to see if I can determine like where it may have come from, if I know like a region,
You could
just
try.
kind of studying the art, like studying to see if I know like where it would come from, what part of the sea. But because imagine like this, as vast as the sea is, there's kind of not different countries, but differing architecture.
Yeah, there are different regions.
Yeah, differing regions with differing ways of creating things.
Mhm.
Again, guidance. Just trying to use my best stat. Bye 23
23.
plus the D4 for a
26.
26.
So, from a nature perspective, you get a lot of similar stuff to what Barney got. Um, but you can also real science nature brain going into this. You can tell that um, because it is so similar to kelp, the creature likely eats something like kelp. Its diet is likely composed of plants that are local to your area. And I don't mean local like they only grow in your town. I mean local like, in this region we have these kinds of kelps and fronds, and that's likely the kind of thing that it eats.
Yeah,
So
Tay
you don't
will
get the sense that however they killed Meemaw, it was for food.
bring up and goes, whatever killed your Mimo is probably didn't kill it for purposes of food. It seems like whatever this is points to the kelp-like thing. That's what it eats.
Hmm.
I say that's what I hypothesize that that's what it eats.
Do you think maybe she was carrying it on her and they attacked her?
Someone may have snuck some on her as a way to lure it, or if it was smart, it may have been paid using this. This was its payment for taking out Mimo.
Somebody put a hit on me.
Your mob family is not
Fish.
out of the question.
Ooh. Hey guys, guess who's a bad DM?
Me?
It's
Me.
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 I should have given you guys like several rolls ago something else that you found there that I just found in my notes. Um,
All good.
Mima's harpoon
Mhm.
is there,
Oh my god.
kind of laying near where her feet were. It's
Was it
broken,
like? Okay.
Holy shit. I
not
flinch
in
as I
half,
see it.
but it's dull now. Like the tip of it has been like broken off, so it's no longer very useful or sharp. She was coming to hunt you down.
Mm-hmm. That was gonna be used to kill me.
Maybe. You know your Mima. Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring Wilby in. Wilby has the more combat experience of the group. What could have done this to a harpoon?
Can I do? I don't know. Can
I
I
wish there was
insight?
like a tactics
Yeah.
I
stat.
think
I wish
I
there was
think
something.
if I had to DM this, I think that would be like a nature check to kind of know what kind of creatures could resist a piercing blow.
Let me take a
Nature
look at Wilby's
survival,
character
nature
sheet.
survival, or maybe intel, maybe just a general history check as well, depending on what you want to use.
Hmm.
This could also be armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Wilby,
another
I'm
weapon.
gonna say that just roll me a d20.
You got it. Ugh, the 6.
Ooh, 6. Weapons get fucked up all the time, bro. If she had made it here, she'd already been toughing it out for like a day and a half. Um, and maybe she fought a thing. Maybe she dropped it. Maybe it got hit against something. Kind of tough.
Mm. It's hard to know. Could have been any form of armor, chitin, and maybe she got dull along the way. It's really hard to tell from what we have.
But we're not ruling out goldfish, Wilby.
Absolutely not.
Hmm.
All right. You also have the last known location of Mima where the bag was dropped.
Yeah.
If you'd like
Yes,
to go
that's
there
our
next.
best bet.
I am gonna take the pieces of the harpoon.
Okay. For
Uh, d-
Mima.
I turned to Razzledale. What's your name? Razzmatazz. Sorry,
Razzmatazz.
almost called you
Dazzle
Razzledale.
Razzle's my uncle.
Yeah,
I don't
Razzmatazz.
know why
Thank you.
this is confusing.
Do we want to tell him to take the body back so they can it properly.
I'm gonna save this. I only have one more use, just in case. I'm gonna save it for an emergency, and then if we're cleared, then I'll send that message.
Okay.
Good. All right.
All right.
So you shuffle on back to Mima's last known location. There's a flag in the sand where the bag was dropped. And I would like everyone to make a wisdom save.
Ooh.
Wisdom.
Is this against the charm if it counts?
No. No, it is not a charm
Damn.
effect.
Bitch.
Yes. What was that?
17.
Charisma, not wisdom.
13.
Hold up, my character
14.
disappeared. God damn it.
Wait. Am I within 10 feet of Zach?
Yeah, you guys can see each other.
What's your
Yeah.
what's your charisma?
+4.
Yes.
21.
17. 17.
That's a 23 for me.
Yeah. Wolby could have like kind of kept himself in the middle of everyone, so everyone kind of gets the nice protective.
That's a shame you all pass.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you,
Nothing
Obi.
cool happened yet.
Do we feel anything go over us?
You do feel nothing physical, but you feel in your mind something inviting. You know, something trying to open a door.
I hide.
But you all save.
Fuck.
We still see
Hold
you.
on.
God damn it.
You guys want to do investigation? Or
Yeah,
perception check?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because I see Razmataz, I'm going to give him guidance.
What are we
Thank
doing?
you.
Sorry.
Investigation or
Investigation.
perception?
Yeah, I'll give myself guidance on perception.
God, I'm rolling good on
That's
these
the
investigation
second
checks.
19 you rolled.
Yeah.
AJ,
So
AJ,
31.
I don't know if you think, I don't know if you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking of.
I wasn't.
No,
I wasn't.
I don't see shit.
Hey.
That's
Guess
a 10.
what?
A crit fail 10.
Oh,
Yikes.
That's all our rolls?
yeah, I used my action giving
Gotcha.
giving him guidance.
All right. Tay, you're a little wigged out by something trying to poke into your brain, and that's a little distracting. So you don't get anything.
Yeah.
Woby, you know, you're kind of looking at it from a tactical perspective. You're thinking, all right, well, this bag was dropped about 30 feet from the path. So was she trying to, you know, take side paths and not be on the main road? You know, there's no real good cover here, so it doesn't seem like she was trying to hide from something. She's a strong lady. I don't know if she'd hide. She has a pretty good cover, being elderly. So, you know, this is very clearly like she was probably going in this direction, but I don't know why. Razz, your grandmother was a smart lady. She was a wise lady. She was also a little risky. And that's how she made her success. That's how she built her empire. She took risks. And, you know, would sometimes take a calculated loss in order to find something or in order to turn over the next stone to find success. So the only interesting thing about this area was the thing poking.
Trey just got it.
Trey might have.
Trey just got it.
So I fucking zoned out for a lot of the description. I'm sorry.
God damn it. Am I that
I'm
boring?
sorry. No, no,
Any
no, no,
words
no.
on
I
my
just
voice?
sorry. Something. I had to look at something.
I zone out constantly.
Yeah, it says the knitting lady.
Well, hey, cross stitch. Anyway.
Oh.
That's what you get, Razz.
Yeah. I share with the group ever feeling here, Emily.
So, calculated risk. Wait, did your how term how bad did your relationship with your grandma?
She wanted to kill me.
Would she have wanted to kill you enough to die?
That's a really good question.
Would she have wanted to kill you enough to lure you to a location with a creature that could kill you?
I'm gonna make a perception check.
Yeah, same. Same, guys.
I'm not gonna make a perception. Oh, I might make a perception. Let me see. Let me look at my spell list before I do anything else.
Natural
So-
20
Roll 20.
for the same thing that
25.
AJ rolled.
You got some
I'll
25s in
look
here.
around at this. 13.
Yeah, I'll guidance and do a perception as well, because why not?
Yeah.
12 plus 4 for
I was
16.
really hoping you'd also get a 13 so we could have two doubles.
There's nothing here. There's nothing interesting here other than a tiny little flag and something that, well, you have prevented it from opening any doors. The door is still there.
Still, yeah.
It hasn't just retreated, you know? It's realized it can't break in, but it's still there.
Uh,
Alright. We're gonna,
I'm searching my spell list for something.
we're gonna
Hold up.
divine sense. See what's around.
You can
I'll put it
see.
in the chat.
Damn it.
Please do.
I'm going to lightning bolt the shark. For notes.
Uh,
60 feet. And celestial fiend or undead. You do not sense anything.
God
This is
damn
one
it.
tricky little bitch,
Uh,
whatever it is.
I'm going to cast Locate Creature, and I'm going to describe the creature that Mimo had told us about.
Can you put
And
locate creature in chat?
yeah.
Thank you.
Whoop-wah.
Okay.
You're like, it's that way. It's just a really long whale.
Yeah.
Long whale.
The spell can locate a specific creature known to you or the nearest creature of a specific kind. As long as you've seen it up close at least once.
If the creature... yeah,
We
so
haven't
it's...
seen it up close. We
Yeah.
got a
We
description.
This is
haven't
DM
seen it.
discretion of familiarity.
Yeah, familiar.
Also, this spell cannot locate a creature if running water at least 10 feet wide blocks the
Okay.
direction.
That's fair.
Obviously, we ignore that.
But that's still funny. That's still funny as
It's
shit.
hilarious, but we're obviously ignoring that.
But
Okay.
we have not seen the creature up.
Yeah.
Yes. But it says it's a creature that's familiar to you. The up close thing. The nearest specific kind of creature. Okay. You get a general pull in a direction, but it's not like this specific arrow is gonna, like, quest arrow is gonna point you there. It's more like it's more north than south, you know? So that's the kind of pull you get, but you do get a direction.
It is
Yeah.
it lasts for an hour, so if we
Tay
keep
almost
heading that direction.
Tay almost like seemingly almost like kind of unconsciously his hand just kind of points in the direction and he goes, "It's this way." And you see like the magic in their eyes is working.
I do want to look at my friends and just see if anything is noticeable on them. If something might have penetrated and there's anything unusual.
Fascinating.
Can I roll a deception check? Can I roll a
Yeah.
deception check, Alex?
Yes. Give me that insight, Razz.
Guidance.
Oh fuck, I'm terrible at insight.
Oh.
With
And
guidance.
There
I
we
am
go.
going to use a psionic die, which allows me to add a
I'm going
d8.
to move. I'm gonna move
Roll
so
a
Raz
one.
gets
That's a
Raz gets
21.
my
Holy
+4.
shit. Okay.
I'm gonna move so Raz gets the +4, but
I'm looking at everyone to see if something might have penetrated.
You can see you see a little bit of behind your friend's eyes. You know, you rolled a
21.
21? 21. You rolled a 21. So you can see some of them. You know, you can see that they don't seem to have like, you know, clocked out or anything. They don't seem to be instantly changed. But when you look at Barney, you can kind of see behind the eyes, he's not totally alone. You know? But looking at it, it doesn't look new. It seems familiar. Like you've been looking at it the whole time, you just didn't know. But it doesn't seem related to this new door that we're talking about.
I've seen Barney do some weird magic shit
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yes.
yes.
He's
Not
got
gonna touch
friends
it.
on the other side.
I look a little bit longer at you, like a knowing look, and then I just turn away and say,
Do it.
"Alright, I didn't notice anything having actually entered us from whatever gave us that feeling. That I imagine we've shared, that we've all felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think follow Tay's lead, and
All right.
if we
Party.
start losing the trail, I might do something stupid.
Oh, all right.
Party is wandering in that direction. Tay, give me a survival check.
All right. Guidance.
Now,
Moby is like
what?
on alert also while we're moving. Like his shield is out, and like again, he kind of keeps this like everyone around
Oh,
him.
not
He
at
keeps
20.
close.
22.
Okay, 22. That's really good. You're making your way through, and you feel reasonably confident, even though this is a very foreign creature to you. All these odd things together. If you're concentrating on all of those odd pieces, it can only be leading you to one thing, right? Because they're all so incredibly specific, but they're so odd and so mismatched. So you're feeling pretty confident. Go ahead and give me another one.
Okay. Do I get anything bonus to this, or is it just a normal survival check?
This is the next leg of your journey.
Okay. Guidance again. Not as great, but guidance can possibly help. For 13.
13.
Damn.
You're not as confident in this part. You know, the generalness of the direction has left you kind of lost. You know, you feel like you should stop and ask for directions, but you don't know where to, and also you're traveling through the wilds. So you're a little less confident. Last leg of the journey. Give me one more, unless this gets hard.
Guidance.
He will help.
Yeah,
Woby
so
will
if
assist.
anyone will give the help action.
He'll give the help.
Natural 20.
Crit.
Nice.
Hell yes. You're walking and you're walking and you're walking, and you find a chasm. And something about this chasm kind of itches your brain a little. And you realize that it's the thing in your brain that's trying to say hi. And it's kind of scratching at the door a little. It's not barging in. You don't have to make a save again, but it's telling you to follow the chasm. So you do. You follow the chasm. And you eventually reach the map that I drew.
Let's go.
Okay. Please and thank you. There we go.
Wow.
Welcome to the map.
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
are entering over
I'm
here.
I'm the map. I'm the map.
Is that a
I don't know
little
if you guys
boat?
want to drag yourselves out.
What's that?
Let me explain. Give me a
What's that
second.
word you use, Zach?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I mispronounced wobe. That's my.
Good.
I thought that was me. Wobe.
Wobe is your father.
Ah, there we go. That's Barney. There's Wobie. There's Tay. There's Razz. All right, you guys
Gigon
can
Quinn.
arrange yourselves how you want in this area. That's kind of your starting zone.
Wobe would kind of like be near the front, but like he would ask everyone to kind of stay near him.
Oh yeah. In the back.
Razz is just all the way in the back.
So
Oh yeah, I'll stay kind
as
of
you
like
approach,
here.
the creature hasn't seen you yet. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm going to give you a second to prepare because you see. Let me explain the map a little. Let me explain. So this here, this little nugget, is a pillar that goes up into the top of a kind of cave of sand. Um, this is a wall of the cave. This chunk here, so that is inaccessible. This over here is a plateau, kind of a stage kind of thing. A little shelf. Upon we'll get to the red squiggle in a second, but then you see this large wooden structure. If you happened to be a surface dweller, you might see that as a sailboat, but you don't know what that is. You see a large wooden structure that is unfamiliar to you with an odd cloth piece on top of it and a long stick connecting them. There is junk and rubble spilling out of it, and it definitely looks broken as it's propped up and denting the sides and pillar of this cave. The squiggle is a long, white, pale, blubbery creature. It's sitting there and it looks a little stuck. Not completely stuck in place, it is moving a little, but it looks like it's difficult for it to move. Very difficult for it to move. Perhaps it looks heavier than it is. And that is what you see. How would you like to prepare yourselves for this interaction?
Who
As
else
you
had
feel the
to?
knocking at the door getting louder and louder.
Who else had to physically hold themselves back from making a "I'm stuck" step bro joke right
Hey
there?
yo.
Only you. Only you.
Ah,
Yeah.
damn.
Only
Damn.
I'm gonna
I'm
hide.
sorry, pal. I'm sorry, little.
I'm sorry.
I seeing oh, never mind. This spell isn't that good, honestly.
Um.
The spell's just like, hey, I think it's that way.
No, I was gonna. I thought about casting resistance on to God damn it, Wobie.
close everything.
Any number of creatures within range. It's nutty. Can I use something that costs an action in this moment?
Sure. This is your time to prepare before interacting with the creature.
Wobie's going to kind of punch his chest again, like he takes his kind of like gauntleted hand and bashes it against his armor, and he's going to cast Beacon of Hope on himself as he holds his shield up, and everyone feels this kind of like wave of actual water. No woe be upon thee, as you get all this nice benefits of a Beacon of Hope. We have advantage on Wisdom saving throws and Death saving throws, and any
Cool.
healing we get gets maximum.
Hell yes. That is awesome.
Uh,
And it's perfect timing too. Unless, does anyone else want to do an action to prepare? I don't want to cut anyone off.
yeah, I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna cast haste on Wobie.
Well, let's fucking go!
Hey,
I'm going to
And
cast
I'm hitting.
protection
I'm-
from
I'm-
good and evil on
Fucking-
Wobie.
Let's
I'm
fucking go!
hold on. I am going to cast protection from energy on Wobie.
Dude, Wobie's a fucking machine!
And the three of us are gonna go.
Yeah, we got dipped.
Fucking book it. Someone casted large. I want to be big.
Potion of
Okay.
enlargement.
Yo, wait,
So-
do you want to be a hasted underwater T-Rex that can't breathe because we don't know what that is?
We don't know what that is.
No.
No.
Alright, so you've all used your actions.
Yeah.
You have souped up Wobie and Razz hid. And you walk in, and the creature sees the three of you, not the four of you. And its eyes light up with happiness, glee. And I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom save one more time.
With advantage.
All right.
Have
What
advantage.
does it mean
As
of
you
Wobie?
go to make your saves, Raz, the
Mhm.
voice of Mima, is in your ear. Jump. Take the risk. You can listen to Mima if you want to. You don't have to.
I will say,
But Mima wants you to jump.
Alice, would my protection from good and evil help Wobie in this situation? It says, is protected against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, demons, dead creatures. This target cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
This is not a charm effect. Um,
27.
Did you
But
have
it-
advantage?
the creature
From,
will count as one of those creatures.
Holy Beacon.
Yeah.
Oh, you can
Holy
help.
Beacon.
Beacon of Hope. Beacon of Hope gives advantage on wisdom saves. Oh my god!
Buddy! Pal!
Delicious. Thank you.
Trey.
I can't help it.
So, from what I'm understanding from what Mima has told me in my mind, jump down there?
No. Christ,
Just jump
no.
up?
Jump like take a risk.
Okay.
Kill this thing.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna make this.
So what
save.
happens to me?
We'll wait.
Natural 20.
Fuck
God
yeah.
damn it! You were the one I wanted to. Okay. All right. We'll try. We'll do it. All right. So, you walk in, and the creature's face lights up. It's super happy. It's not going to attack you. It doesn't look ready to fight, and it locks eyes with you, Barney. And you hear in your mind, clear as a bell. Does anyone speak deep speak?
Yes.
I do, actually.
No.
Fantastic. Because this creature speaks simultaneously out loud in deep speech and in this version of common in your mind. And only the ones who failed can understand it. So you hear, "You've come. You've come to save me. I've been waiting for so long. Please. You must understand. No one has understood. You must save me."
Do I feel any like compulsion to help
No.
it?
It is not magically compelling you to do anything. The wisdom save appears to have been purely so that it could communicate with you functionally, because not everyone knows deep speech.
Is incredibly strange. It
Do you
says
recall
that
Mima saying that it's smart?
it says that it wishes to be safe.
Like it just needs help?
Like it's pinned down, right?
It doesn't look pinned.
What do you need saving from? I'll say in.
You have to help me go up. I need to go up to be with her. I can't go up on my own. I need your help. I need you to pull me up.
Does it
So
look?
glad I didn't understand this.
Does it look pinned to the ground?
No. But it looks heavy. And like it's difficult for it to move.
How can we help?
If you let me bring you up, I can keep you safe. And you can bring me up to her.
How will you bring us up?
With this. And it kind of unfurls a tentacle in a like a snapping, like a whip snapping motion, away from you all, not in a threatening way. And the snap appears to make a bubble, a clear bubble that looks a little viscous, a little kelpy, that starts to float and goes all the way up until you can't see it anymore.
Can the rest of us talk to it, or only
If you
Only-
speak deep speech or failed the wisdom save, you can speak with it.
I speak deep speech? So I'm I assume he's relaying this information to us.
Mhm.
Or if it's speaking out loud in deep speech, I can understand it. I go,
Mhm.
who is waiting for you up there?
Her. She is perfect. She was made for me. All of our kind are made in pairs to meet each other. One of the air and one of the sea. And she waits for me. I just have to get to
How will us going up there let you go up there?
You can pull me up. There are ropes, there are ways, or you can bring her down.
Who is her?
She is my other half, my perfect whole, the other part of my being, my love.
I whisper to Wilby, Kaden, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand anything that's being said.
I have zero fucking clue what's going on right now.
Are we attacking it?
I
Are we?
Wolfie just
How,
fucking starts attacking it. No, he doesn't.
I go, how did you get stuck here?
This is the curse of my kind. So wretched and ugly and heavy. We sink, and she flies. And one day we will be united. And when we are, everything will be perfect.
Sorry, where is this thing on the map again from us?
It is the red curly
It's the
cube.
red squiggle.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
It's shouting at you from across this chasm.
Yeah.
You can.
What happened to the older squid?
She did not have time for words. She felt my pull and followed it and tried to hurt me. You can see some scrapes and stabs in the side of it, and you can see a broken chip of harpoon stuck into the side of the ship. Looks like she just stabbed it for fun and then look to plant it there and then run at it. But it snapped off the tip in the process.
Oh.
Wilby hears a whispered, damn right.
She tried to kill
Even
me,
though he doesn't
and
understand this at all.
I see the damn it. I see what it's pointing at.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Amiibo.
Fuck yeah.
she tried to kill
Okay.
me, and I sent her up.
Wait.
Wait a
Wait.
second.
Wait, was the black
Wait.
the sun?
Oh.
Everything clicks.
Holy shit.
That makes a lot more sense now.
For viewers
So
at
we
home,
have-
AJ and Trey just like took a
Huh?
pen and went
Huh?
up a bunch of
Huh?
times, like just motioned
Huh?
up.
I think Trey's crying.
I am
Oh.
shocked. I'm shocked that this makes so much sense.
You raise me up.
And I will die in it.
Okay.
I'm going to say at this point,
Do you
God, I
explain what's
wish we-
happening to your group?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we do.
Okay.
After
Now you know about the
He's gonna go.
lovelorn blob.
There's a tear that comes out of the sand where Razz is. It's a story of love. I know the story well.
we've heard about the goldfish.
Dolores!
This is the 4th time this week, and it is Tuesday. And he turns to the creature. What happens when we go up?
I can protect you. I did not protect her because she tried to kill me, but I can protect you if you go up.
I'm gonna use another psionic die to use the ability to communicate telepathically, and I'm gonna shoot this like neural ink at the creature so I can also communicate with it.
Ugh.
Oh, everything's disgusting. It's my magic goo. That's how I described its
My
house.
magic and goo.
That's what he said he'd call it.
And I'm just going to ask it, and I'm going to say this out loud too, so everyone knows while I'm communicating too. But how do we find your love? Would you be able to take us directly to it?
She stays directly above me as it points up with one of its tentacles. We're always so far, but
Does
so
he
close.
think the fucking sun?
How big is this thing compared to us?
It is a large size creature.
Okay. Does it look like anything we've ever seen before? No, no, right? This is
No. This
brand fucking new.
similar to other descriptions that I've given before tonight. Evolution left this thing behind.
Mm-hmm.
It was made to be dinosaur words Precambrian, some shit like that.
Precambrian, baby.
Yeah. I pronounce the hard dinosaur names. That's how I got
It
the
plans
ring.
on going to Cambridge?
Yes. So this thing is ancient and old, and you get the sense that this is the kind of thing that is a very small community, if not one of a kind. And perhaps when they meet, a new one will be born. The cycle begins again. It renews.
Sounds pretty fucking beautiful. I. Do you have any intention of hurting any of us creatures?
No, not unless you try to kill me. If you don't want to
When.
help, that's okay. But please don't kill me.
God damn it.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
When you find your love, will you stay here? Will you stay up there? Where will you
I
go?
will go there with her. If I cannot go there with her, she will come to me. But we will be together. And that is what I need.
That's a little more concerning, that verbiage. But I'll go look to the group and be like, this might be a chance to just get rid of this thing without having to fight it.
What if I could make you small enough to go up in your own thing?
I cannot put myself in a bubble.
Can the
I've
bubble
tried.
can what it could can something be placed in the bubble after it's been full?
It dries very fast.
Could you make a bubble around yourself and I could do something to make you light enough to go up?
I cannot make a bubble around myself.
All right then.
What would you recommend? We're decently smaller than you. How would you recommend we would pull you up?
You are 4. 4 is much more than 1.
I mean, that's
It's
that's true. Math
uh,
math is right, I guess. But
hmm.
but
I have these, and it gestures to these miles long ropes that it seems to have constructed itself. And some kind of like a winding jack that you can use, that you'd be able to use to coil it up.
So we would take that with us in the bubble up and then pull you there.
You would be saving me.
Has any fish in our society ever gone up?
Only the ones that try to kill me.
For
Has
others?
anybody ever tried to help you go up?
No one wants to listen. They like to fight.
I'm gonna
These
insight.
liked to fight. Well, it points to the massive wooden structure. They did not fight very long.
they
The things that were on it, they were not fish.
what
Where did you fight them? I've never seen a thing like this.
It fell from up. And you look and you see that in the roof of this cave used to be a massive hole. It looks like it's been filling in for years, decades, centuries. You don't know how old this thing is. But it looks like this crashed through the roof to settle where it is. They were not very good at fighting.
Have we been talking to this thing for a minute?
Haste is gone, my man.
Wolby falls over. I know, Wolby falls over.
Yeah. Needs to take a breather.
I
Uh,
hurt.
Turn to the others. I. Mm.
if we don't have to fight it, I don't know
I don't-
about going up,
I
though.
don't. I can make something strong
You can
enough.
come back down.
How do we know that?
I will protect you while you're up.
Have
and
you
then
ever
you jump back in.
Have you ever I'm sorry, jump.
Yes. There is a top to up.
What do
And
you
if you go
What?
through the top,
What?
that
I'm
is
sorry,
the
what?
I'm sorry.
What?
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 What do you mean?
Are you saying that we're on a disc with a glass dome over it?
God fucking damn it, no.
What do you mean there's a like is there a point where we cannot keep going?
When you go up, there is a top. And when you go through the top, it's thin there, but I can make it normal for you. But
How do
it's
you
thin
know that?
because this is how I was made. I was made for this.
By who?
We were not.
Who
By
made you?
by the Kissick.
The huh? The huh?
The who?
The huh?
The who?
10 tentacles just all do the face palm. I'm sorry, the what?
Oh,
Wait.
right.
I turned to Wobie and I'm like, why isn't he laughing?
Kissick is one of my kind.
I
I quickly just hold up 1 second. I turn around and walk like 5 feet the other direction, and then I just put a hand to my head. Any clue?
Kissick is the name for my people.
No,
You're
not
born
you.
this way.
Not you. As he like tries to focus on his
Yeah.
patron. You've been hearing this shit too, right?
Yeah, this is wild, man. I haven't run into a Kissick in like 5,000 years. It's been a while.
What are they?
Yeah, it's super fucked up, man. They do this shit. They get born with their perfect half up, too far up, and they're way too heavy to ever meet it on its own. So they kind of live in this shitty limbo, waiting for something to put it out of its misery or join it with its other half. And either way, a new one happens, and then the cycle continues.
So even if we help this one, it's just gonna happen again.
Yeah, but like at least it'll have a couple centuries of like happiness before then. If you just kill it, it immediately gets reborn in the same shitty situation, and then in like 10 years you got to do this again.
Question. But you see Barney just off to the side having this full-blown one-sided conversation. Question.
Yeah.
What happens when we go up?
Yeah, if he doesn't protect you, that fucked up shit that happened to his Mima, that happens to you. But if he does protect you, you're good, dude. He makes sure that you can breathe. He makes sure
Wait, why would we have trouble breathing?
because it's too thin.
What?
You don't get it until you get it, okay?
I was choked on my root beer.
You don't get it until you get it. You just gotta go. You know?
Great and almighty powerful. Huh?
You can call me Ted.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Ted. Barney and Ted. It's Barney and Ted.
Yeah, he can make it so that you can breathe and your skin won't get dry and your scales will stay on. It's gonna be fine, man.
I feel like even though we aren't hearing this, we're feeling the vibe of God damn it,
Barney.
not Martin. Yeah. Sorry, what was your character?
Barney.
Barney. Barney's like reaction. We're like, what would happen to our scales?
Yeah, he's just baffled. He's like, so. Hear me out. You're like super all powerful. Can you like give us a hand and like,
Up the Kissick?
yeah.
Oh, that's not how this shit works. No, I can't do that.
Why?
They cannot be displaced by magical means. No plane shift, no teleport, no levitating. Fucking Big B's hand doesn't work, man.
What made this thing? Clearly, it hated it.
The fuck is a
know,
hand?
Some shitty god.
Apparently. All right. Thank you, great and almighty powerful one. Your advice once again is timeless and invaluable.
Yep, see you later, bro. Bring the pizza rolls. Ted out.
4 tentacles just rest on both of your shoulders. It's like, it's gonna be okay.
I don't think it is.
I love when I break their brains. It happens so infrequently, but I love it when it happens.
What did you find out from your talk with yourself?
God hates this thing.
Do you say that in a language that it can understand?
I say it in common.
Okay, so it can't understand.
Fuck, pause. I genuinely need to breathe the rest of that test. That took all the air out of me. just the immediate. God hates this.
I'm putting you guys back. Sorry.
What?
This thing was destined to be like this. Apparently, its perfect half is up, and even if it meets its perfect half up, then in a couple centuries, another one of those things will just be here again.
So, here's the thing I'm thinking of. If this thing is literally meant to be down here, what happens when they meet? Like, I'm like,
Love. Love, Wobie. Love happens when they
Stop
meet.
projecting!
Pokes fingers
You
together.
don't get it because you haven't been in love,
Puts-
Barney.
Okay, that's too far.
Puts pointer fins together. What does that mean then?
6 tentacles. One day you'll find out, Wobie.
6.
Like Tay just kind of Tay just kind of silent through all this. Just goes. So we can leave, and it keeps killing things. We fight it, it kills us.
Or
help
we
it up.
kill it and it just displaces back here again.
Yeah,
But
or
this
we
thing
raise it to
did.
the.
This thing did destroy my grandmother, an incredibly powerful boss. Just flinging it up, apparently.
That is
Yeah,
true.
so I don't think we're gonna be able to really deal with that.
I mean,
And
we
then,
got
or we,
Wobie. Ting, ting.
Oh, I
we
lost all
can
my
lift.
buffs.
Oh shit!
My jungle buff wore off.
You punch him in the chest, and his chest caves in. Like,
Zach,
lost-
did you
I
just
lost
say my
red-
jungle buff world?
Yeah, dude, I lost red buff, dude. I lost red buff.
only the League of Legends players who watch this are gonna get that. Trey's
Anyways,
dead. Trey's
Trey
dead.
actually
Killed
him.
collapsed out of his chair.
Here lies Trey.
Expecting a League of
Sick kill Trey.
Or we could send it up. Hopefully, it doesn't kill us on the way up. We come back down and we forget about it for a couple hundred years.
I don't know if I want to know what it means by top.
I don't.
I don't know either, but it's either we die, it dies, it comes back, it stays here and kills other people, or it goes away for a couple hundred years. By the time it
Hear
comes
me
back,
out.
we'll all be
Hear
dead.
me out. Hear me out. Not our problem.
To be fair, it's
Okay.
kind of his problem because it killed his grandma, and
Yeah,
I think
counterpoint. We don't kill it, but if we could send it up and have it not be a thing anymore, and whatever the fuck this wooden thing over here is, take that. That might be a lot of money. And if I can show my family that I got rid of the thing that killed Mima, I might become the head of a very powerful mob family.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's possible.
that's pretty cool.
All right, now I have to ask this: how much motivation is the goldfish in this?
All. Completely all. Dolores is everything. Love is love, Barney. I don't know if you understand that.
I really don't.
I know, because you haven't been loved the way I have been loved.
I don't know if this is AJ or his character talking right now. So
That's the counterpoint.
it's a good.
I don't want to die. Also pressing. Dolores
Also,
would be very mad at me.
it will keep killing things who come across it and who try to fight it.
Question. Hey, do you have the spell that lets you control water?
I do.
Here's what I can. I can conjure into being a powerful, strong elemental that can potentially carry this being up. It may need a little help.
You
What
want me
if-
to use control water to boost it up?
Exactly.
I turn to the creature and go, do you know if this will work? And I explain the plan of having I assume a water elemental hold on to it, carry it, and then using water to lift the water elemental up with it.
Well,
Take
either
it
that
away.
or the water elemental just getting in the bubble, attaching
Yeah,
the crank to that, and then you boosting up the water element.
yeah. That I'll say what Trey's plan. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, do you know if that will work on you?
They are weak. They are much too weak. And this crank requires at least 2.
I can conjure one as well. I can. I have conjure elemental. Druids get it. I have conjure elemental.
Would you be able to do the conjure elemental and control water at the same
I
time?
No,
don't.
not
Damn.
control water. But here, yeah, we drop concentration, but it's in the bubble, so it can't get pissed
Oh
and attack anybody.
my
It just
god.
breaks the witch.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Too. Yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
I'm gonna say it
All
one
right.
more time. I'm gonna say it one more time.
Where?
And I want you to really listen when I say it this time.
Okay.
This is a story of love.
Silence. I cast silence on him.
Counterspell.
You don't have it.
I do have counterspell. I'm a
I count
wizard.
counterspell.
Oh.
Good. How many spell slots do you have left now?
0, but I only have to take a nap and I get them back.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, I
What
don't
do you all
cast-
decide to do?
I think we go up.
Fuck it.
Sure, why not?
All right. The creature, before putting you all in bubbles, casts a spell on you that you guys memed about before this
Fuck!
session
I should have
started.
taken water breathing.
It's air breathing.
God damn it! I should have taken water.
I have. Hold on. Hold on. I also have water walk. It's a now air walk.
That's funny. Objectively hilarious.
Just becoming Sanji.
Casts air breathing on all of you, and then one of you stands right next to the winch and the rope so that it goes up with you, and
It's
then
woke.
snap, 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 puts bubbles on each of you. And as you rise, you
For
know,
the
it's a
record,
little
this is a
freaky.
terrible idea.
You start to watch the cavern below you shrink. You see the ropes are slowly feeding out as they were already attached to the creature. And as you look up, eventually you see the surface of the water. That's like a mirror.
Oh, I don't
And
like that.
you're looking
yeah.
I
back
puke.
at yourself.
Yeah,
I puke ink.
I was gonna say Wolby
Ugh.
fucking pukes.
Your bubble pierces the surface of the water, and you are now
screaming.
looking out as the first fish to see air. You see the sun above you. It's so bright. You kind of understand what Mima was talking about. Except because you are protected, you do
we don't
not feel
die.
the excruciating heat. You do not start to cook.
Yeah. As Tay sees this, there's this moment in his mind where he just goes, "The cataclysm." As he realizes this might have been what they were talking about.
I am screaming in my bubble. What the fuck? What the fuck? What?
Wolby has his eyes closed and he's covering them. Just, I don't want to look. I don't want to look. I'm not looking.
You sit there floating for a beat before your bubbles hatch like an egg. And now you have 2 half circles floating on the surface of the water. You
I don't
can
like
see
this.
a landmass.
I don't like how
in
it
the
feels on
distance.
my skin.
You could see a landmass in the distance, and as the air touches your flesh for the first time, you feel how thin it is. Luckily, you can draw a full breath. You can breathe fine, but it's so dry and thin. Your coordination is a little off because
You're used to having to fight through water tension.
We're like moving too fast for our senses to catch up on.
Every strength check gets advantage. Every dex check gets disadvantage.
Nice.
Oh,
God.
yo.
I grab my family pendant and I cast sending to my mom, if I can do that. Just say, Mother, I'm sorry for leaving. I think I'm in hell. Please tell Dolores I love her. Love you. Goodbye.
Oh my god.
Also, Mima's body's in the spot.
What we don't realize
Oh,
is
yeah.
the spells under spells going from air to water work
Doesn't
weird. So
work.
there,
It's a place.
no, it works.
There's
It's
a
just
water sound effect.
no.
Yeah, it's like you're underwater.
Mother.
I was like, it's like really staticky. It's like, mother, I in hell.
Grandma's body.
Grandma's body.
Grandma's body.
So you now have this material to float on. You can see each other. You're all within like
Where the-
a couple arms reach of each other.
Where the fuck is the kissing?
And you each have the ropes. You haven't used the winch yet. You have your ropes that are
All right, let's bring
Other
this.
stuff
Let's
is
bring this
yeah.
bastard up. I don't
Hold
want
up.
to be up here
Before,
any
yeah,
longer.
before we try anything, because strength checks have advantage, right?
Yep.
Hold on, let me check something. Da-da-da-da. That already gives advantage. I was seeing if I could cast enhance ability to do anything more, but it just already gives
That'd be
advantage. So,
fine.
but I will guidance onto Wooby.
I am going to ritual cast an unseen servant that just starts as a blob of ink in a squid before it turns invisible, just to have that to help us out.
I'm going to use a spell slot to cast summon element or to let me know if this is a thing. Can I use polymorph on myself to turn myself into a sea monkey? AKA just a giant ape.
Oh, giant ape? Yeah.
Just whatever the underwater version of a giant ape is.
Can I retract my thing and then when see him do that do the same thing since I'm also not that strong? Realizing that's
Sure.
probably gonna help with strength. So actually, I'll wild shape. I won't use spell slot. So guidance still stays. I'll just wild shape. I'm a druid.
Awesome. So we have 2 giant apes. We have a Wobie.
Ape
And we have
together
Razz.
strong.
Ape together strong.
All right. You each take the winches, and would you like to make strength checks at advantage?
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
Is
Trey,
it
do you know what
strength
the
or athletics?
Dealer's choice.
Okay.
do you know what the strength modifier for a giant ape is?
A giant ape has a. Give me 1 second. I've got the stat block.
I feel like it'd be like a +3 if it's a giant.
No, it's a +9 athletics.
Oh, well,
Holy
perfect.
shit.
So,
I don't know why I allowed this.
to be fair, druid and person can cast polymorph.
Yeah. Completely fair.
17, 24 for me.
23.
Hey, 19.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Your
Hold up.
first
1d20.
You know, I'll use a side die. I've still got a bunch of those left. Add a d8 to that. That's a 22.
Great.
I'll say that's the unseen servant helping me out.
Sorry. And then I don't know why my thing's lagging so bad right
Oh, you rolled with advantage. You got a 17 and a 24. Oh, no, sorry. That was Dakota.
That was
I see
me.
Tay and I think Trey.
Same.
Yeah,
Every
that's fair.
time.
Sorry.
Yeah, I clicked on Tay's kid.
Sorry about
Earlier.
that.
You should be 22.
22. Fantastic. You all feel that the ropes have tightened and have lifted the Kisik. So it is waterborne. It's up, but it's not up enough. It's only made its first leg of the journey.
Have to do it again.
One more
Yes.
round, please.
Heavy
I
SOB.
want to
25.
make a perception check as well, just to see if we're catching the eye of any weird ass creatures up here.
Yeah, go for it.
Zach, did you use your guidance on the first
18.
strength
Oh, I
save?
didn't.
It's
Don't-
on the first. It's on the first
Damn it.
check. It's
Yeah,
not.
so-
It's not.
I thought maybe it was
it's
when
not
you
like
use
a
it.
bardic. It's not like a
Okay.
bardic.
For your perception check, Razz, you see
something else
cast.
floating on the surface, but you can't quite make out what it is.
Gotcha.
Yet.
How far? Decently far?
Decently far. But then again,
Oh.
you're not very familiar with this different medium that you're looking through.
Mhm.
You don't know the speed of it, if it's noticed you. But you
Gotcha.
can see there's another thing.
Cool. I'll try to just keep track of where it is now after this winch pull. See if it's moved any closer next time.
So we have
Strength.
Tay
I've
with the
got rolled.
25.
7.
Ooh, 7 from Razz.
Ooh, net
That,
20.
Love
that's a
crit?
21. That's a 21.
21. 3, 50.
I'm gonna use the side die. I've still got now after this I got 4, so I'm gonna add a D8.
Good.
How many
7, so
side
that's a
dice do you
14.
get?
You get
Yeah.
twice your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
So I have 8.
All right, is that
Cyanide,
everyone?
Soul Knife Rogues are fucking insane.
Yep.
Mhm.
I love them.
This is
Okay.
really the only cool ability I have.
It's pretty good. It's
So
pretty
I'm
good.
gonna use the hell out of it.
It's mainly because rogues don't get their cooler stuff until like what 11, like 12 or 13.
Later.
Yeah,
Mhm.
All right.
because you get one at
So-
3 and then you don't get the next one till 9.
For this poll, it was good. You had a little unbalanced moment there where Razz didn't pull quite as much, and you need to like compensate to balance out, make sure none of the ropes would snap. You have chunked it up more. You may need an extra check. So we're gonna have at least one more.
Okay.
Let's
Cool.
go for another round.
I want to perception check that object, that UFO.
Go for it.
Unidentified
20.
floating object. 22.
Natural
Ooh.
20.
Oh,
Holy
two natural
shit.
20s for the gorillas.
Apes
Amazing.
together.
Yeah, they're
strong.
strong.
Hell yes.
Strong.
And can I get your strength check, Raz, as well?
Yeah. 10.
Side eye.
Side eye.
So,
It sounds like
17.
my dog.
Comes to a 17. That's great. For your perception check, it's closer.
Guys, something's
coming in
moving
your
closer.
direction.
Something's
It's
moving
not-
closer.
is it like under
You-
the water? Or is it a reflection in the water?
You can now see that it's something floating on the water. It appears to be a wooden structure, like what you saw down there. But much smaller. And there's a being of some kind sitting in it.
What do we do when that thing gets to us?
It's facing away from you, but kind of looking back, curious, with these large sticks in its hand that appear
Has
to be
weapons.
forward.
It has weapons.
It's not attacking us. Let's not provoke a fight when we're trying to do something.
Let's finish
Comes out
the
And
winch.
for
monkey-
the
in monkey
winching,
grunts.
you did good. You will need one final good pull.
Damn it.
This heavy bastard.
Let's go.
Come on.
Guess I'm not strong.
25.
Oh, 24.
Another
Oh,
natural
it's a
20.
20. Let's
14.
fucking go.
Alright.
Side eye. 21.
Let's go! Absolutely. With this last pull, you watch the Kasich. You can see it below the water, as you now know you live in, approaching and breaching the surface, and it breathes its first of air as it looks up to see its love. And it doesn't see anything.
Oh no. Oh no.
Don't be
It's
mad at us.
It's not looking towards the sun like you thought. It looks around. Where is she?
Say psych.
Say psych right
She
now.
was
Psych right
waiting
now.
for me.
Oh no.
Look, we're also
She
just
was
getting.
supposed to be here. I saw her while I was coming up. Didn't you see her when you got close to the top?
What?
Her reflection in the water.
You saw yourself? Were you seeing yourself?
No, she was up here. She was coming closer to me.
Saw your
too.
fucking
Oh my
self.
fucking. The
You
monkey
saw your
jumps in the
fucking
water.
self.
Fucking God.
The
God.
monkey jumps
As
in
it
the
has
water.
this
I
moment
look at
of
the-
despair, you see it start to dissolve and blow away like dry sand. is this lost puppy look on its face as it drifts off in the breeze.
The monkey's already in the water by this point. That thing is losing concentration.
Monkey's gone.
I wild shape out of pure shock out realizing what it was. I'm just like, what is our lives now?
A hand goes on Razz's shoulder, and
Oh, no.
Razz looks up at Wobie, who has tears streaming down his face, and he just says, "Love is beautiful."
The
boat
greatest
closer.
love of all, self-care.
The boat is getting closer.
Oh, fuck.
You can hear it shouting at you, but you don't understand the language it's speaking in.
We have to jump down.
We gotta go.
It doesn't seem angry, it seems confused.
Can I, as I'm going down and see them still right there, can I just make an unarmed attack to try and pop the bubble underneath them? Seeing them taking forever to go back down.
I think Tay is just too stunned to even move.
Okay, attack roll.
And whose
That's a
bubble
natural.
were you trying to pop?
Probably Tay's.
Yeah, Tay is literally not moving. Like he's like Tay is just staring. Like, after saying like, "What is our lives now?" He's just. I think he's just staring at the sun. No matter what damage this does to his eyes, he's just staring at the sun.
You swing at Tay's bubble, and you're not used to this like thin substance that's everywhere instead of your normal dense water. So you kind of swing and miss, barely clip the edge, but it's not gonna pop. It's this like kelpy substance that's around you.
Ooh. Can I drop my polymorph?
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Just pops out and just looks immediately to you, Razz. Just love, huh? Love.
You wouldn't get it as I jumped out.
Oh my God.
Tears.
You're right.
Tears.
Can I like just Tay move? Last warning.
Yeah,
And
Tay
as
just kind
you
of
cry on the surface, you can feel something dripping down your face.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh.
Wriggling tentacles as I freak the fuck out.
Very
I-
weird.
dives.
I don't like it.
I think Tay like walks off his bubble right as the ship, like the I assume a canoe, gets right
Yeah.
next to them.
The boat is trying to hail you.
Like
Nope.
staring at it's staring at the sun and just walks off.
Yep. Wobie just.
I think we're all in the water.
I want to
Alright.
toss that boat.
Wobie just lets himself sink.
Do they, does the boat try to get us with the net or anything? Since we're just below the
No.
water surface. Okay.
No,
So it can
didn't
still
try
see
to
us.
get you or anything. It just, as you sink down, you see a dark shadow go over you. That must have been that wooden structure, and you can hear kind of confused noises, but it's so muffled now that you're below the top, and now you know that there is a top. So you all four drift back down.
As we're slowly drifting down, it just turns to Razz. How much do you know anybody who modifies memories? I want to forget this shit ever happened.
You drift down, and can I get deck saves to see who lands on their ass just for fun?
Oh boy.
I'm
Are we
giving
back
myself
at
disadvantage.
advantage?
Are we back at advantage?
Yes, back at advantage.
Sweet.
Normal.
That's a 19, so a 20.
20.
Wobie got a 14.
I'm about to be making mine. Give me a sec. Advantage. Natural 20.
All right. Wobie lands on his ass. Tay
Yes.
does a fucking somersault and
No,
pirouette.
what I
lands
think it is
gracefully. Tell us about
Tay
it.
just sinks straight up. Just has not moved from the position he was in when he walked off. Just down to the bottom.
Beautiful.
Just
A
floats down
graceful
the
landing.
entire time looking at Razz. Doesn't say a word after he makes them off. I've been reading it. Just the entire way down, just looking at Razz.
Yeah. You two land on your feet. A little tiny stumble, but only noticeable because it's not as graceful as Tay's. And when you land, you see that on that shelf where the Kisik was is an egg.
Oh.
It's gonna happen again. It's just gonna happen again.
Hear me out.
How big's this boat?
That boat that you
It's
see in
pretty
front of
big.
you right now?
The
Yeah.
wooden structure, yeah.
Yeah.
Mysterious wooden structure. That is 75 feet tail to tip.
Jesus.
If you're going up to down, that's about 60.
How big is the entrance into this little cave, the Kisik?
That's an excellent question. That's about 60 feet.
What if
And
we make
keep in mind,
sure?
this is a chasm. The filled in part over here is a chasm.
Mm-hmm. What if we just make it incredibly difficult for people to find this thing? I don't think we're gonna ever stop the draw towards it, but if we can.
Wolby's
Let
like
me-
on the
let
ground,
me
like
give-
laying down with his face up, just facing up towards the surface.
Wolby, I do CPR.
C, but
Blowing
spelled
water
S-E-A.
back into the lungs.
CPR.
I do RPC.
You do feel the difference in the viscosity, like being back in your home terrain. You feel the comforting weight of water in your chest.
And then Wolby
Instead
feels
of
the
this
comforting
odd
weight
limit.
of Razz as he
And ten-
pushes on his
10
chest.
tentacles.
I was gonna say, the Wolby feels the comforting weight of death.
I'm okay. I'm alright. I'm just a little. I'm just and then like he vomits into the water.
Vomits up air bubbles.
Yeah. Air bubbles coming out of your mouth. It's very odd.
Oh, I didn't like it at all.
Me neither. I'm going to try this. I know you said it wouldn't work, as I'm going to use my wand of the Pack Keeper to give myself a spell slot. Look at the egg, and then just essentially clash my hands together and try and banish the egg.
You banish the egg.
Yes.
You do remember your patron said it cannot be displaced by magical
He doesn't care. He knows that there's nothing else that they're going to do, really.
You do your cool shit and you cast banishment, and the egg kind of tilts a little and then goes back. Just like a little breeze went by.
This, it may be the single dumbest creature I've had the displeasure of knowing.
Barty, what the fuck? Ask your patron what the fuck was the deal with the love thing?
Did you know it was its reflection the whole time?
No, man. I mean, no one knows anything about those guys. I mean, most of the time, like, when people go up, they don't come back. And, like,
What?
it's been thousands of years since a Kisik was around, man. I said it's been, like, 5,000 years. And, I know I'm ageless and all-knowing, but I don't remember everything from 5,000 years ago. I don't know what I had for breakfast this morning. So, I don't know if it's the same for every Kisik. Maybe something fucked up happened to his girlfriend. You ever think of that?
No.
I don't know,
He doesn't
man.
get love. He doesn't get love, so he.
Shit, who's that guy?
All right, he is the second dumbest thing I've had the displeasure of speaking with today. So, okay.
Just don't forget your sacred quest for pizza rolls, and we'll be alright, man.
How do you feel about eggs?
I prefer pizza rolls, but protein, man.
He looks over at the egg.
What about an egg pizza roll?
An egg roll.
Okay, that's delicious. You're back again. You're winning me back.
This is how Asian cuisine gets introduced to Deep Light through egg rolls.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
I don't know what to do. Do we just try to cave this in or block the chasm as much as possible?
Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to get my spells back. I'm going to summon something that's going to help us carry this thing the fuck out of here. And then I'm going to collapse this whole thing in on itself.
All right.
Actually, can you summon the elemental? I'm kind of
Some of the elemental.
wait for me to take a nap real quick as he just
I
literally
wait. I like
collapsed.
my Okay.
I'm gonna use a side eye and try to telepathically connect with the egg and see if I get any consciousness.
You reach out and attempt to make a connection. You sense that there is some concept of being in that egg, but that it takes a long time to cook. This will probably take about 300 to 500 years before it matures and hatches. So there's nothing to commune with yet, but you do sense that this is a healthy, fertilized egg that will become a being one.
Are they asexual?
They do appear to asexually reproduce.
I am going to try having the decapod tradition, our family skills are in a form of telepathy and connecting through neural networks and all that. I want to try to instill a thought in it. I want to try to focus my energy, this psionic energy, into it to tell it the love, this one being for you, isn't a thing. You need to find another reason.
All right. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
That's incredibly fair.
I ain't guidance in this shit.
I
I don't think I tell any of you guys
No.
I'm doing this.
Double that 20.
I have a 0. I had it at 20.
oh
This is what you are trying to do is plant an earworm for someone to go against 50,000 years of evolution and biology. You might have had an effect of it'll be a passing thought for this Kissick one day, but it's not
Mhm.
it's not going to be something that really takes root, you don't think?
No. Maybe I'll
But
write it on a
okay.
post-it note.
What's
Put
paper?
that there.
Yeah.
A post-it kelp.
post the kelp.
So Barney takes a nap, and I won't make you do all the rolls. I'll say you can drag the ship over to block the entrance.
Anything cool in the ship?
There's so much cool shit. Are you kidding me? This was a human ship that crashed, and it has a bunch of shit that you don't have names for. There are weapons, there's armor, there's rotted food, there are bones, there's clothing. There is so much human shit here. It all kind of reminds you of your time in the top.
Oh, I don't want it.
No.
I hate it.
But what's the deal with bone currency here? Would this count? Even though it's
It would have to be refined into a nicer thing, but it is extremely rare. High quality bone.
we might have just
This
found a
is
gold
kind of a
mine.
treasure trove.
We might have just found a gold mine, though, guys.
You do see
Nope.
actual gold, but that means little to nothing to you.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is that? I don't like
Shiny.
it. That's shiny.
No.
Shiny rocks. I
Wait,
guess.
it has a name on this door right here. It says Goldie Roger.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know, but
What's
at least
this?
the ship's
It looks
in one
like-
piece.
God damn, he's like, I was gonna make a One Piece joke. I'm gonna kill you the next time I see you.
I felt you do. I think I gotta beat them to it.
I'm going to just drop kick you out of the beach house.
You can spend some time collecting as many dead humans
as you want.
Well,
No,
is
but
there any skin left? Do we see
No,
skin? Okay,
it's
thank God.
it's
Oh, thank
bones,
God.
maybe bits of cartilage, but mostly bone
Hmm.
and like clothes around the bone, but you
What
know,
the fuck is
a
that?
couple little hairs like, waving in the breeze.
I
Distant
grab one, not knowing what it is, get very scared, and accidentally throw it, and it lands on Wobie.
Wobie pukes.
Oh, so-
Again.
couple more air bubbles.
Uh, oh, I'm really
It's probably
hungry,
the last of the
guys.
air. It'll help settle your tummy.
uh,
Yeah. So you
Oh.
have protected everyone from ever finding out this exists. You have got a treasure trove. Effectively killed the thing that got your grandma. You kind of won. You won D&D. Congratulations.
Let's
Does anyone
Yay,
have a
we're
go.
little bit
done.
of Does anyone have a little epilogue bit that they'd like to say for their character? Did this meaningfully change them in any way?
What's the name
Barney
of the
will
major
never
city?
look for love.
The major city is uh fucking
Waterdeep.
the only thing I can think of is the word coral, and that's not clever. Um uh
Carl.
Corals.
fucking
Carl.
Shell City, why not? I like
Shell
SpongeBob.
City? There we go.
Shell City.
I I ask the group, would you like to come back to Shell City with me and become kings?
That sounds pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Or just take the reward and me and Dolores will go move back to Shell City.
Sounds
Get you
good to
guys a
me.
lot of bones.
Alright.
As
Yeah.
I make my triumphant return with Dolores to Shell City as I wage war on Dolores's family.
Oh my god.
You have proved your allegiance to the Decapod family. You've avenged Mima's death and essentially become her successor. You were one of the most powerful of the Decapods before your heart took over all. You and Dolores rule side by side, rich and powerful as kings. And the rest of you get a little stinking filthy rich too, wherever
Yeah.
your stories take you.
Tay goes back to his circle, and just like whatever things what he took from the ship, he just presents them as like, we're all gonna die. Like full on presents like what he saw out there, what he believes is the coming cataclysm.
Who do you go to first about this?
If I can find her, I'll find Straya to do it.
Stray is your friend who left.
Yeah, like I would search for her first. If I can't find her, then I would go to the circle.
Um, you've been searching for her for a while, so I would say you'd probably run into the circle before her.
Hmm.
Um, you go to talk to one of the elders of the circle, and immediately takes you into a private room, interrogates you about your experience and what you saw, asks how many people know, and tells you that didn't happen.
Uh, is it just me and this person?
Mm-hmm.
Do I know how strong this person is?
Decently strong. This is one of your teachers.
I'm going to use my medallion of thought to cast detect thoughts, not going deeper so he wouldn't know. Just trying to see what his upper layer of thinking is telling me when he says that.
There's some fear, and there is a little bit of desperation.
I think it tastes about it. It becomes his mission to go back to the surface after that. It's like I gotta find out why they're so afraid of this place.
I don't know if you understand, Tay. That can't have happened. You can't breathe a word of this to anyone else.
I just nod.
Why do you think she left?
And
this
that's where
person
we'll
was,
leave that
I
scene.
said that person was not an elder. They were about to get a fucking stab to the jaw.
Yeet! Yeet! Anyone else want a fun little after credit scene?
Wolby would return to his own little village that he once devoted himself to. It's not that he's gone full non-contact. I feel like he still writes letters now and then, but I feel like he would fully return and take up almost like a head guard there. He would do what he can with his funds to help the village where he can. Also give himself some fancy shit. And just lighten up the town while part of him seeks to search for his sister, but
You are welcomed back to your old town with open arms. People who miss you, who also miss your sister, and they are so happy for you in the success that you found. They don't ask questions. They don't need to know what you did to find all of those bones, but they're just happy that
and he's happy there.
Barney.
Barney just embittered by what has happened, and he gets his money and he instantly just puts it into whatever research he can find to finding whatever tomes he can come across that will one day be able to essentially free his patron.
Okay. Yeah, you spend years of your life dedicated to this. And when you consult your patron on this matter, he's characteristically blasé. Um he seems excited about the concept of being able to hang out with your friends. Um and like go to the bar, but he was kind of like not super jazzed before you brought up the possibility of a social life. Um, and pizza rolls, lots of pizza rolls. But he supports your endeavors and helps in any ways that he can. Um, give me an Arcana check to see if you do it.
Okay, I'm gonna guide.
Get that guidance.
Hey,
Nice.
It takes
Nice.
years of study, and you are not a young fish by the time it happens. But eventually, you do unleash your patron. And that is the plot of the next one shot in Deep Light.
Holy shit! Let's
so
go!
essentially, what you see as he like finishes the incantation is you see like silent for a second, but then there's whoosh, whoosh, giant tentacles that pop out, followed by a massive body as the Kraken Ted has been unleashed.
Holy fuck!
Hell yeah.
Uh,
And we're going to circle back around to Razmataz for one last little word of story development.
yeah, another little inkling for possibly another session of this, but at some point, probably before the release of Ted the Kraken, you all would have received a letter. It's been years since any of us have been in communication. You all receive a letter that is unmarked. There is no address, nothing on it, except there is a symbol that looks oddly familiar of a split bubble. And all that it says is an address that's like right outside of Shell City. And really hoping everyone would attend. If you do, it's a larger meeting room hidden at the dead of night with a few other cloaked figures who seem to be working on stuff. As Razmataz would introduce you all to what he has called the secret society known as the Cresting, dedicated to researching what has been going on with these Kissiks and above the surface. It's like, I've made some kind of breakthrough and would appreciate some help.
They mean he's like, all right.
Yep, Wolby will assist where he can.
All
Barney
right.
is flighty, but he definitely does assist. But he is not there 24/7.
He's mostly devoted to unleashing the Kraken.
Hmm.
All right. And with that, that concludes our one shot in the Deep Lake universe. Thank you to my players. Thank you to the audience for putting up with me this week and being so fantastic. And we will see you guys on the next episode of Dice Age. Yay!
Let's go,
go,
Avalanche!
Yay!